is going on, everyone? As you can see in the office, if you can't tell, things are a little bit different around here, and today we're doing our first ever build project. Today we're going to be building a DIY sound panel to help cut out some of the reverb in your room. Whether you're making tutorials like me or you just need it for Zoom meetings, the reverb in tiny rooms can be crucial. And today we're going to tackle building a complete free DIY sound panel for you. Now, I just kind of hustled up a whole bunch of stuff. If you can't tell, lighting's been upgraded, audio's been upgraded, and I wanted to kill this nasty reverb in this room because I tend to be doing a lot more computer tutorials lately. Whether that be DaVinci Resolve, Photoshop, or Lightroom, I'm sitting at my computer. The horrible shift in natural daylight just bothers me totally. The horrible reverb in here is horrible to deal with. Did I just say horrible like 5 times in a row? I think I did. But either way, it's a pain to deal with in post-production, and I'm sure it doesn't sound the greatest for you on the listening end. So today, we're going to build what's not only a super useful and super easy to use because it just sets up on a light stand, but it's very, very effective. It cuts out the noise better than my sound blanket and better than my packing blanket, and the best part is it's complete free. All the stuff was just laying around here anyway. All that being said, let's get into it. This is what I'm contending with. As I just said, me and my wife kind of share an office. That's all of her space over there. But I had to hang this blanket to get rid of some of the reverb. So we're going to do something a little better looking and easier to use than this actual old rug hanging up between the two. All right, everyone, so let's get right into this, and this is everything you're gonna need. Power saw, staple gun, but the most important thing are these freshly packets. Inside is this blue jean insulation. You can see it all over the wall to the left of my studio right here. So if you're like me, you gotta pull out all these materials, so let's start gathering. All right, so what you want to do is take your board or your big piece of cardboard, lay it down, and place your board directly on top. Line up the two edges because you're going to be making a mark, and this mark is where you're going to cut the board, so it fits perfectly on whatever piece of cardboard you happen to have. Let's start cutting. Vroom vroom, saw blade sound effects. All right, so what we're gonna do right here is we're actually spraying the cardboard and the back of the cut board at the same time. So that way when we press them together, the adhesion spray causes a nice bond all the way across. Then grab your alligator clips. If you're like me, you have a bunch just hanging around the studio, and lock it up. Let it dry for just a moment before flipping it over and grabbing that staple gun. Now, you'll notice as I'm laying down staples in this board, I will not put any in the direct center. That's because I want to leave room for the drill bit I'm going to have to use a little bit later in order to be able to mount this onto your tripod stand. Now that's done, time to rip open those freshly packs I was talking about earlier, and you can see inside is this beautiful, pristine blue jean insulation. It works great for insulation, and it also works great for sound dampening, which is why you see it all over my studio. Now, if I would have measured beforehand, I would have known to only open 3 instead of 4, because as you can see, 3 fits here perfectly. Now what you're going to want to do is clean down your surface, spray it generally with the adhesion spray, and also you're going to want to spray the back of the insulation panels all over that tin. I really love this adhesion spray, but it doesn't have a very long dry time, so you got to work kind of fast when you're doing it. And you'll notice right here, I'm just kind of pulling the seams together because I sprayed it with that adhesion spray, but I'm really pulling it in nice and tight to make a nice firm seal. So once again, just like before, wipe everything down, spray it generally with your adhesion spray, and place it down and let it sit for a minute. You can notice here in this close-up version that I spray the actual side of the insulation panel I placed down previously, and that's where I'd get the adhesion stick when you saw me doing and pushing the seam together earlier. So here is a close-up version of what I'm doing, just so you can get a better view and know exactly what to do while you're making these. All right, time to set up your light stand, and what we're doing now is marking where we're going to drill this thing, so that way it fits in perfectly. You want to kind of make sure you find the center, let it set up there for just a moment, let it hang side to side to make sure it isn't setting off center. Now with the drill bit in hand, keep in mind when I do this, I'm only going to show it once, but I did use 2 drill bits. One smaller one as a starter hole, which I'm using now, and one that I use in a moment that's a little bit larger, and that will encompass the hole for the adapter that goes on top of your lighting stand. And just like that, boom, stick it on there, just like that, and we are done. Boom. Turn it around so you can see the other side, and that's it. It's not the prettiest, but I guarantee you it's effective. This stuff is being thrown away daily, so look on Craigslist, make a listing, and I guarantee you can find it for free from somewhere. It works great everywhere, and it's an awesome sound dampener. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe for more.